my mission, I was particularly interested how data is being used to make decisions about and for people, and where this can go wrong because the data is not really representative of the users in focus. For instance, you have a facial recognition system that we use to unlock our phones. Works very well for certain kind of people, the majority of people that have been investigated, researched to build this facial recognition system. But maybe it doesn't work so well with people with particularly big ears, big noses, or a different skin color. And this is what we call data bias. And it's a very big problem that has many different facets to it. I think we have more and more of these data collecting systems emerging in healthcare and security. So one way or the other, it was designed for somebody with a certain purpose. And this is where we need to start asking the questions. What is the purpose and what is the impact on people? What we try to do is to take a meta view, the bird's eye view, and look at it from, a design perspective, in the sense of, okay, who are the people who make decisions about what these systems should look like, what data should be collected for these systems. So we really try to keep it at this construction, building, engineering, design angle. And here we talk to different experts, people who build these systems, programmers, designers, UX designers. We also talk with researchers who look at the impact of technology on people, especially on people of a different color than white, or with disabilities, for instance. I remember one conversation with a gentleman from the United States, Indian national, who worked in the United States as a data scientist slash systems designer in a broader sense, and he pointed out what can go wrong if data is not considering minorities in the healthcare sector, that certain illnesses cannot be predicted for somebody who's not white. Well, we can say there won't be an easy fix to data bias, and there is not one definition for data bias. It is indeed, at the end of the day, context dependent, and that is something very important for designers to consider, because usually a designer may work for different clients in different domains. He or she thinks, I always do the same, I just design something that fits that particular target audience. And I understand where this is coming from, because he brings his design expertise and just wants to build something for doctors or lawyers or HR managers that fits their problem. But I think that should not keep the designer from learning more about this domain, more about the assumptions. Does he agree with the lawyers? Does he agree with the human resource experts and what they want from the software? And of course, that will be a difficult conversation, because you have, on the one hand, economic pressure. You want to serve to your customer, your client. You want to build something because you need to make a living. But at the same time, you may build something that has a negative impact. And even though you just build it for the client, you were involved in that, so you have responsibilities. So here, sometimes I think people in tech and design also need to go back to the drawing board and really ask the bigger question: do we need this just because somebody in the market asked for it? Do we really want to build this? And if so, how can we build this in a way that is least harmful?